Have you ever questioned the truth behind some of the world's most infamous events? Today, we introduce a concept that has been a subject of intense debate among historians, conspiracy theorists, and political analysts. False flag operations. The term false flag originates from the age of naval warfare, where a ship would fly the flag of an enemy nation to deceive and attack its foes. In today's context, it refers to covert operations, often orchestrated by governments, that are designed to deceive the public in such a way that the operations appear as though they are being carried out by entities, groups, or nations other than those who actually planned and executed them. Why would governments do this, you ask? There are a myriad of reasons, including the manipulation of public opinion, creating a pretext for political or military actions, or even justifying increased security measures or war. Diving into the annals of history, we find the first recorded instance of a false flag operation. The year is 64 AD, and the city of Rome is engulfed in flames. A blaze of such magnitude that it would forever be etched in the annals of history as the Great Fire of Rome. But was this a mere accident, an unfortunate disaster? Or was it a calculated move by an emperor with an insatiable desire for grandeur? The man at the center of this controversy is none other than Emperor Nero, a figure as infamous as he was influential. Some historians argue that Nero himself ordered the fires, a theory that resonates with those who knew of his grand visions for a Rome reborn in his image. According to this perspective, the Great Fire was not a disaster but a demolition, a necessary step towards the realization of Nero's architectural dreams. The fire in this narrative was a tool, a means to justify the emperor's grandiose rebuilding plans, but the truth, as always, is shrouded in the smoke of the past. Other historians argue that Nero was merely a scapegoat, blamed for a fire he did not start. They tell a tale of a leader demonized by his subjects, accused of a crime he did not commit. The Great Fire of Rome and Nero's role in it remain a point of contention among historians. It's a tale of power, deception, and the lengths leaders might go to shape the world in their image. From ancient Rome, we fast forward to the 20th century. Berlin, 1933. The Reichstag, Germany's parliament building, is set ablaze. This infamous incident, known as the Reichstag fire, would become an emblem of manipulation, a supposed false flag operation that would catapult the Nazis into a terrifying reign of power. The official narrative, as spun by the Nazis themselves, pinned the blame on a Dutch communist, Marinus van der Lubbe. Found at the scene of the crime, van der Lubbe was swiftly arrested and later executed. However, many have questioned this narrative, suggesting that the true culprits were the Nazis themselves. But why would the Nazis set fire to their own parliament, you may ask? The answer lies in the aftermath. The Reichstag fire decree, issued in response to the fire, suspended many civil liberties in Germany. This provided the Nazis with the perfect excuse to suppress their political opponents, consolidate power, and establish a totalitarian regime. Historians continue to debate the true origins of the Reichstag fire. Some maintain that van der Lubbe acted alone, while others point to evidence suggesting Nazi involvement. Regardless of who was truly responsible, the fire was undeniably exploited for political gain, serving as a catalyst for tyranny. The Reichstag fire raises important questions about the lengths to which those craving power are willing to go. It's a chilling reminder that false flag operations, whether real or imagined, can have devastating effects on society. As we move into the 21st century, the complexity of these operations increases. In the age of information, separating fact from fiction has become increasingly challenging. In this digital era, where news travels faster than light, we've seen a rise in the number of events that have been labeled as potential false flag operations. From the tragic events of school shootings to bombings, the internet has been awash with theories, each more intricate than the last. But let's take a step back and look at these theories with a discerning eye. While it's true that history has shown us instances of false flag operations, they are not the norm. Most of these theories thrive on speculation and conjecture, often lacking the concrete evidence that would turn a theory into a fact. For example, some argue that the Oklahoma City bombing was a government-orchestrated event designed to instigate fear and justify increased security measures. Yet despite the swirl of theories, the evidence points towards a sole dissatisfied citizen, Timothy McVeigh, who was subsequently tried and executed for his crime. Similarly, the heart-wrenching Sandy Hook shooting has been the subject of numerous conspiracy theories, suggesting it was staged by the government to promote gun control. Yet, the overwhelming evidence supports the grim reality of a lone gunman, Adam Lanza, whose actions led to the loss of innocent lives. It's all too easy to fall into the trap of believing these theories, especially when they're presented in a compelling manner. But the truth often lies not in the shadows, but in the harsh light of day. These theories divert us from the real issues at hand: the need for better mental health support, stricter gun control, and improved security measures. So let's approach these theories not with fear or paranoia, but with a critical mind, questioning everything and demanding evidence. After all, we live in the age of information, where knowledge is power, and discernment is key. So, what have we learned from our journey through history? From ancient Rome to modern times, the shadow of false flag operations looms large. We've journeyed through history today, unearthing the concept of false flag operations, these orchestrated attacks by governments on their own citizens, to serve as pretexts for increased security measures or even war. We delved into Nero's deception, a classic example, and explored more recent events like the Oklahoma City bombing and the Sandy Hook shooting. The motives behind these actions, whether for power, control, or other hidden agendas, underline the darker side of political machinations. But remember, while it's crucial to be aware of these possibilities, it's equally important to approach these theories with a discerning eye. Not every event has a nefarious underbelly, and not every conspiracy theory holds water. Critical thinking is our greatest tool when navigating this complex world of information. In the end, the search for truth requires questioning, researching, and a healthy dose of skepticism.